Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Limis. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The CNMI welcomes the first batch of visitors after over a year. Also tonight, community safety is still the #1 priority. Let's see what they are. And you can never know what will happen out in the water. An unfortunate incident happened over the weekend. In sports, a national team says, "Adios, Saipan, we are out of here, finally." Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Good morning, Kiko. I am here at Docomo Wallarai branch. The Docomo staff here are super helpful with my appointment. They take good care of me in just a few minutes. Thank you so much for helping me out downloading and using the Skip Lino app. I can take care of all my Docomo needs. No need to wait in line with the Skip Lino app. We love you, Docomo Pacific. Better together.
I would recommend websites like the CDC website, Mayo Clinic website, any established hospital system or healthcare system. I suspect that Kaiser has a lot of information out there. I would go to known websites, WebMD, Healthline. They all have a lot of information that is reliable and well thought out. I would much less go to blogs and the individuals who are looking at it from their own perspective and not necessarily science.
And there you have it, McDonald's new crispy chicken sandwich. From the makers of the world's most stolen fries. The juicy chicken sandwich from the place that offers extra napkins for a reason. The tender chicken sandwich from the creators of a sandwich phenomenon. So you won't just be biting into a chicken sandwich, you'll be biting into McDonald's new crispy, juicy, tender chicken sandwich. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I am the I in CNMI. We are a team, and you cannot spell team without me. M-E. Get a shot and opportunity to set the CNMI free from COVID-19. See? So let's go for a save, a strikeout, a knockout punch. That's our goal. V for victory. V for vaccinate. Let's make this a team win, and we can all celebrate.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Monday, July 19, 2021. The tourism industry took a long, hard pause for more than a year due to the COVID-19 pandemic. With that, there was major increase in unemployment, closed down businesses, and a drop in the revenue-generating area. But the CNMI is taking the first step towards an economic recovery by welcoming the first batch of visitors since the pandemic. The Commonwealth's first batch of visitors was welcomed by Half a Day and Tiro Spirit at the Saipan International Airport over the weekend. This bunch is called the Familiarization Group, made up of YouTube influencers and members of the media from South Korea. that will get a taste of what the Marianas has to offer and hopefully go back and promote the islands. Among those who welcomed the FAM group were officials from the Marianas Visitors Authority, the Commonwealth Ports Authority, and the Governor's COVID-19 Task Force.
We're here to graciously welcome our fam group tour that just arrived. So like what I said a few days ago, as we see the operations going smoothly, everyone's going through all the protocols and transported down to PAC, and CACC will do and administer the tests upon arrival, and as well as the 5-day tests afterwards. So we're excited to get everyone out and start doing work and making sure that our CNMI gets promoted at the highest level.
For this particular group, the Pacific Islands Club has been identified as the quarantine site, where they will stay for 5 days. If their testing is a negative, they will be able to enjoy the full amenities.
They will be operating at 100% full operational services, and that's from all their pools, all their restaurants, their buoy bars, seaside grill, and so on.
After their quarantine, they will then be transferred to Kensington Hotel. Again, if they pass their second testing on the 5th day, they will be able to expand their activities by going out around Saipan, travel to Rota and Tinian if they want, or simply just play golf at the Core Ocean Point. CPA Board Chairwoman Kimberly King-Hines, who was also present in the welcoming, states this is truly an exciting moment for the people of the CNMI.
Obviously, we don't anticipate that there are going to be troves of tourists coming in, flying in, but this at the very minimum opens up the door and the air bridges between one of our primary markets, which is Korea. And so it's really exciting to be able to be here and to witness this, as I firmly believe that this is the roadway to economic recovery. So this is the first step.
This project is made possible through CPA, MVA, the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation, Commonwealth Office of Transit Authority, the Department of Public Safety, the Department of Fire and Emergency Medical Services, and the Department of Community and Cultural Affairs. The travel bubble is projected to begin this coming weekend. Officials are tweaking out the details for their arrival. MVA's Managing Director, Priscilla E. Jacopo, states that the travel bubble will have a solid kickoff with more than one flight coming in.
We are still targeting July 24th, and that is actually next week, Saturday. We're expected to have 2 flights, and then July 29 would be another flight.
It may be possible that the travel bubble passengers will have different accommodations compared to the FAM group. Currently, MVA and other partnering agencies are still working out the details for the 3 bidding hotels. Asiana Airlines, Jeju Airlines, and T-Way Airlines have all been selected to participate in the travel bubble flights. Jacopo states there is already confirmed booking, but hopefully with the help of the FAM tour, the number will go up.
I don't have the exact amount, but calculating all the 3 airlines, I believe we have close to 60 as of this point.
Depending on the success of the South Korea travel bubble, the Tourism Resumption Task Force will then look at other countries to partner up with. And with all these tourism talks, some may be wondering if this is at all safe for the community. Here are some of the protective measures. Participants in the FAM group and travel bubble must all be fully vaccinated before coming into the CNMI. Upon arrival at PIC, CHCC officials will have them tested for COVID-19. The rule is, while waiting for the results, the visitors must stay in their room. If they are tested positive, they will automatically be transferred to the designated quarantine site. But if they are negative, then they can enjoy the services of PIC. Now, as for PIC staff, they will be housed at PIC and will be temporarily separated from the community.
The PIC staff are all vaccinated just to assure our people here in the CNMI. We have safety protocol for the staff over at PIC that they will be tested, as well as taking full reassurance that they have no exposure to anyone that could potentially be infected. So all of these measures are pretty much taken from our government quarantine site and gets applied over to PAC.
No one will be allowed to leave the hotel. Outside food and beverages will not be accepted by both travelers and staff. Everyone will be tested again after 5 days. And if there is a positive case, the regular procedure will take place. Contact tracing will begin and everyone will be quarantined. An unfortunate incident happened this weekend, resulting in a death of a 58-year-old male. The CNMI Department of Public Safety dispatched boating safety units to Bird Island Beach in Marpi after receiving a call about an overdue swimmer. Around 1:45 Saturday afternoon, DPS impact rescue boats arrived outside Bird Island Reef and began searching the area. 30 minutes later, officers on the rescue boat noticed an unresponsive male individual floating face down just outside the Bird Island lookout. Officers recovered the individual and performed CPR until they arrived to shore. Medics transported the victim to CHCC. At 3:11 p.m., he was pronounced dead due to drowning. Police learned that the 58-year-old male went snorkeling with a partner around 12 p.m. After about 45 minutes, the partner got out of the water and noticed that the victim was nowhere in sight. He immediately called 911. Coming up, the NMC fall semester has some new health requirements. You should stay tuned.
Opioids are commonly prescribed drugs. They can help ease short-term pain after surgery, an accident, or illness. Common brand names include Vicodin, Demerol, OxyContin, and Percocet. Opioids can be very addictive, and they can actually change how your brain works. Opioid misuse can lead to death. If you are prescribed an opioid medication, talk to your doctor. Always take exactly as directed, never take higher doses, keep your medication secure, and safely dispose of unused or expired medication. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
The road to 80 continues with $1,500 in cash, brought to you in part by this week's featured sponsor, HBR International. This is the CNMI's push for an 80% vaccination rate, and we've got thousands of dollars and a Nissan Rogue Sport to drive us there. Watch the next drawing this Friday, July 23rd, on the Road to 80 CNMI Facebook page. Register for your shot today at vaccinatecnmi.com or call 682-SHOT. The Road to 80 is brought to you by the Office of the Governor, COVID-19 Task Force, Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation, Joten Enterprises, Bridge Capital, Tan Holdings, and more.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
So up until now, the only ways we've had to fight COVID are closing things down,
which has been really hard on people here in the CNMI. A lot of people have lost jobs, a lot of people have lost incomes, and although it's been effective, it's not sustainable. It's not something we can do forever. Vaccination is a way for us to safely resume a lot of those things that bring vibrancy to the CNMI, to hopefully reopen to tourism in some safe capacity, to get people back to work in various service industries.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The Northern Marianas College changes up their health clearance requirement by mandating a COVID-19 vaccine shot. The Northern Marianas College continues to show their commitment and support to the health and safety of its campus community. And so for the upcoming fall 2021 semester, COVID-19 vaccinations will now be part of the health clearance requirements. NMC President Dr. Galvin Delon Guerrero states the new changes will only be required to students enrolled in face-to-face or in-person classes.
Only students that plan on attending face-to-face classes are required to be vaccinated. We have a lot of online programs available for anyone that is not going to be vaccinated or is not currently vaccinating. In fact, more than 50% of our programs are available online, whether that be academic courses or student services.
Exemptions will be granted to those who can provide a medical letter that is signed by a licensed physician. DeLon Guerrero tells us what students need to submit to show proof of vaccination.
We're trying to be as flexible as possible with students so they can have an easy time registering. So we're actually accepting 3 forms of proof. The first is the regular COVID-19 vaccine card, which you can either provide in person or even send in via email. We're also accepting the Commonwealth Healthcare Center's immunization summary form. And the third thing that we're accepting is NMC actually has a healthcare clearance form, which you can have your healthcare provider fill out, and it can note whether or not you got the vaccine.
A few students explain why they think this new requirement is important.
I think it's important that students vaccinate just because a learner like myself, I'm not too comfortable with learning online or learning virtually. I need the face-to-face interaction. So for students to get vaccinated, we open up that opportunity again, and people are more comfortable to be in the classroom.
As a nursing student, we do a lot of interactions with people on campus and outside campus, from outreaches to clinicals, and I think that it's important for us to be vaccinated because we're dealing with so many patients, and we want to promote safety at all costs.
Victoria Bellis shares her experience as someone who is happy to return to face-to-face classes.
The year that we endured COVID, our community really stuck together, stayed at home, and quarantined on their own. And it gave us all an opportunity to kind of reflect and take a break from what we used to know as normal life. And now we have an opportunity to create a new normal, which I think is really important, especially for first-year students coming into the classroom at NMC after experiencing virtual and online learning for so long is going to be a gift, and it's going to give us all an opportunity to get to know each other again.
The college continues to work with the Department of Public Health to provide their campus as a vaccination site. For those who are interested to get the jab, you may visit the NMC campus beginning this Thursday until Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Over on Guam, 2 individuals are officially charged for the murder of a 28-year-old local male who was reported missing for months. KUAM has this story.
Hafide CNMI, I'm Tyler Matinani. Here's what's making news on Guam. Nicholas Wayne Moore and Troy Ryan Damian have officially been charged for the murder as indictments were handed down late Thursday.
Late Thursday, a Superior Court grand jury returned a true bill against Nicholas Wayne Moore and Troy Ryan Damian for the murder of 28-year-old Michael Castro. The two were formally charged with aggravated murder, and aggravated assault. According to the indictment, the two are accused of using a gun when they allegedly killed Castro on October 30th. As reported, a magistrate's complaint indicated that DNA blood samples lifted from a confiscated gun showed a mixture of DNA from 3 individuals. One was a match for Castro, another for Moore, and the third showed no familial relation to either Moore or the victim. It did not specify whether it was a match for Damian. Moore allegedly admitted to knowing Castro and having past dealings with him involving the sale and use of illegal drugs. He was arrested in Florida and extradited back to Guam last month. He is currently being monitored electronically on house arrest after his father posted $1 million bail. As for Damian, he was arrested last week. According to court documents, an SOI provided police detectives an audio recording of a conversation with Damian bragging how he and Moore killed Castro. Damian said there was a car chase along Cross Island Road. Moore was driving while Damian was a passenger shooting at Castro. Damian told him that Castro did not die immediately, so he began punching him. They then placed his body in a drum. Damian is being held on $750,000 cash bail. Both are scheduled to appear in the Superior Court in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, Chief of Police Steve Ignacio tells KUAM this case is far from over.
Although arrests have been made, this is still a very active ongoing investigation. So, we don't want to disclose any other information other than what we're making available through the magistrate's complaints at this point.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Sabrina Salas, Matanoi.
The confirmation hearing of attorney Alberto Tolentino as the next Superior Court judge was held at the legislature on Friday. He was nominated in March to replace retired Judge Anita Socola. Tolentino is a private attorney, a former prosecutor with the Attorney General's office, and a former magistrate's judge at the Superior Court. Here's what he had to say earlier this year when his nomination was announced at ADIOS.
As time progressed in my position, I started to get like the master collection calendar, got to do special projects as a referee in other cases. And what it did was it gave me some exposure to what other things the general jurisdiction judge does. And those were things that I think that are very important to our society.
During the announcement, Governor Leon Guerrero urged the legislature to quickly confirm the nominee, saying there continues to be an urgent need for more judges to address the court's case backlog. Tolentino is the second judge to be nominated by Leon Guerrero during this term. Stay informed 24/7 by checking out KUAM.com or downloading the KUAM News app available for iOS or Android. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Tyler Matinani.
Thank you. Coming up, you don't have to be old to be wise. Well, sure, it helps, but it's not absolutely necessary. We have wise old sports from young folks next.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Drop into the Shake Cafe at Gold's Gym for a quick and healthy meal. It's fast food that's good for you. Our July smoothie of the month has oatmeal, peanut butter, raisins, and cinnamon. It's a healthy blend of 450 calories that's perfect for a meal replacement or supplement. Shake it up at Gold's Gym.
My doctor gave me the pills, so they must be safe, right?
If taken exactly as prescribed, short-term use can be safe, but painkillers have real risk. Misusing an opioid painkiller can cause serious harm, including addiction and death, and misuse can happen quite easily. Make sure you never mix them with alcohol, antidepressants, sedatives, or sleep aids. And if you are prescribed an opioid, you need to tell your doctor about any other drugs, including herbal supplements that you are taking. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
The Tan Su Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
We're in a race whether we know it or not.
And build our new normal.
Inafamalit CPL.
Let's vaccinate, CNMI!
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenos sports fans, Guam may be our biggest rival, but when it comes to soccer, they're also our best friends. Thanks to the Guam Football Federation, our women's national team is getting a trip this summer. When the NMI first applied for membership in the East Asian Football Federation, Guam was our biggest supporter, and that helped facilitate our entry into the international arena. That in turn led to the acceptance into the Asia Football Confederation, which provided financial assistance to the NMI program that included typhoon repairs to the Cobreville Training Center. For the second summer in a row, there have not been any EAFF or AFC qualifying tournaments where the NMI always competes. NMIFA, though, gladly accepted an invitation to the women's team to train and play an exhibition against Guam. The team was at the airport at 3 o'clock this morning, checking into their flight. This women's team is one of the youngest with lots of potential. There's also no greater proof on the success of NMIFA's youth development program than the players who graduate and go on to play at the next level. This fall, 3 national players are going to play college in the States: Stephanie Flores, Lillian Podzutsky, and Katrina Costales. Gwen Barhod finished her first year playing college soccer. She's also coaching a U10 team.
So I think my biggest piece of advice to girls who are still young, but getting into high school or in high school in the early years of high school, is to try to prepare as much as you can. Because I know for me and for a lot of players, it's like you have this dream and you're focused on the dream, but you have to also focus on the process of how to get there. Because sometimes I feel like we kind of get caught up in like playing here and we're like, oh yeah, I'm playing, so I'm like preparing. But no, you need to prepare academically and reach out to school so that you choose the best option for yourself.
Gabby Race also played college soccer in Southern California. She passed this advice to Gwen years ago, and now Gwen is passing it on to the next generation coming up.
Gabby Race once said in an interview we had, you're a student athlete, and student comes before athlete.
Here's the windup and the pitch.
I don't believe what I just saw!
Eco Camp starts Monday, July 12th at Mariana's Trekking Camp. Activities include hiking, snorkeling, off-roading, kayaking, field trips, arts and crafts, and go-karting. You can sign up online at marianastrekking.com. Just $100 per session, includes lunch. See you at Eco Camp. Get out and get into gear at Eco Camp. Designed for ages 6 and above. Experience go-karting, off-roading, kayaking, snorkeling, hiking, and field trips. Sign up online at marianastrekking.com and take advantage of a special weekly rate of $100, including lunch. Starts July 12th. See you at Eco Camp. You have a phone, a game, an iPad, a laptop? Good. Leave them at home because the screen time at Eco Camp is sunscreen. Hike, bike, kayak, snorkel, off-road, and go-kart. Eco Camp starts July 12th at Mariana's Trekking. Sign up at marianastrekking.com.
One of the best things you can do during the pandemic is to get yourself healthy and strong. Gold's Gym is a great place for a tune-up. Wide open workout spaces with dedicated cardio, free weights and machines, personal training, group exercise, and good nutrition. Short-term daytime promo on sale now, just $159 for 3 months. Call 233-4000.
Our weather report today, kind of soggy. The high 87, the low 81, humidity 72% tomorrow, off and on rain, thanks to southeast winds coming up from the equator, around 5 to 15 miles an hour. High 87, low 79, seas calm out there, 2 to 4 feet, but always be careful. Sunrise at 5:56, a low tide at 10:29 in the morning, followed by a low tide at 3:32 in the afternoon, and finally sunset at 6:50. That is your news, your sports, your weather on a rainy Monday here in the CNMI. Thank you for watching. See you on Wednesday.